So if you're making your list and working on that holiday budget early, we're getting you some insider advice on tech items you may want and what you can grab right now. Joining us to share his must-haves is tech guru Brian Tong. Oh, and he's wearing his mask. Thanks for playing along.
Mask Monday,
Mask
Aubrey.
Monday.
Hashtag Mask Monday. Come on now.
Welcome
Let's
to the
go.
show,
Let's
Brian.
go.
Yeah, you're
Say what?
prepared. You're prepared. That's how we like it. All right. So we're going to talk about some devices, fun tech. Tell us first, what's the ultimate gaming device that the kids are into right now?
Yeah, well, we know everyone is still, for the most part, shelter in place. You're staying at home, and I kind of came up with lists on these items to keep you or your kids occupied. So we've got to talk about the Nintendo Switch. This is by far the portable that is the hardest to get right now. It's a little portable handheld game console from Nintendo. It's got all these great games like Animal Crossing, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Fortnite. So if you really want something for your kids to go off into the room, give you some time to breathe, and it is, when I say it's hard to get, it's pretty much sold out everywhere. You got to watch Amazon, you got to watch Target and see when they pop up.
Really?
But the main Switch, the main Nintendo Switch is $299. There's a kind of a lighter version called the Switch Lite, which is $199. They're both great, but you're gonna have to hunt for these, but they are worth kind of keeping the kids and the adults distracted.
I had no idea. Good thing we already got one a couple years ago. All right. So this holiday season, we're also going to see some new devices for gamers that they're anticipating. They're waiting for these. We got PlayStation and Xbox. What are those coming out?
So these are the next generation consoles. Every five to 6 years or so, we see kind of like we saw PS3 to PS4. Now we're seeing the PS5 and the Xbox Series 1X. This is going to be a big holiday season. I know that people are still at home. It's not like finances are, everyone can buy these right out of the gates, but these are going to be top tier, high powered consoles. The graphic displays that they showed off with some of the games has been pretty incredible. And so we're hoping to see these sometime around December. They still haven't given us an official date, an official price. We're guessing they'll be around $500 to $600, but the Sony PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series 1X, these are the home game consoles to get this holiday season.
Well, and those are things that people really are like searching for the inside info just to get a peek at it, just to see it before everyone else. I know those are anticipated. You do have to save up. Now, when it comes to back to school season, laptops, they're not cheap. Do you have any laptops that you suggest for students that are going to last, but also get the job done?
Yeah, there's really going to be two that stick out right now, and they are not going to be the most expensive laptops, but they are still going to be, you're still going to pay some money for it. So what I have here, at least in my hands, this is Apple's MacBook Pro 13-inch. And why do I recommend this for students? There's the MacBook Air, which is a little cheaper and slimmer, but the MacBook Pro 13-inch is kind of like the quintessential laptop that is going to do everything, whether it's, multimedia, word processing. It's not going to be able to handle, let's say, the best 4K video editing easily, but you can edit video on these. But this is kind of your all-around all-star for Apple. 13 inches, that sweet spot for size. It is $12.99 to start, so you can check that out. And then the other laptop that I don't have on hand with me, though, people don't have to be an Apple. You get like those ecosystem benefits. But the Dell XPS 13, this is their newest 13-inch laptop. The display is great. The features are great. The performance is pretty much like the non-Apple equivalent of the MacBook Pro for people that aren't Apple users. So those are really the two top picks you got to go for if we're talking about back-to-school laptops.
Very good. Sometimes it's hard to decipher all the info when you're shopping around.
There's so many.
When we talk about phones, those are also another expensive item, that computer you hold in your hand. What affordable phones are out there that are going to work well?
I wanted to consider families here because, look, you're not going to buy five $1,000 phones for each member of your family if you have that many members. So the phone that is really kind of the sleeper, even in the tech community, but is going to be arguably your best option, the iPhone SE. And the reason why I talk about Apple stuff here, yes, a lot of people have Apple products. Yes, there are ecosystem benefits. But for $399 for a phone like this that has literally the guts and internals that the current high-end iPhone 11 Pro has, this is a phone that starts at $399 that's going to last you arguably 3 to 5 years easy. It's an Apple iPhone. It does everything that the higher-end ones, but it has like a Touch ID button, which I would say is a little more reliable. It's a smaller form factor, and this is kind of the phone that is changing how people see what a mid-range phone could be like for $399. It does everything, and it's a great get.
Well, I should have got that before I spent so much money. All right, and what about for the grown-ups? They deserve a toy of their own. One of the problems is,
yes,
we're going to be at home with the kids, and maybe that cup of coffee in the morning gets cold. You have a solution?
Yes. So I had to look out for y'all. This is called the Ember mug. And what this is think of this. This is a smart mug. It's $99, okay? But what it does is it keeps your coffee or your tea hot for about an hour and a half, okay? I know in the morning you put in there Joe, you put it down 10 minutes later, it's already colder than it was before. Using your phone, you can basically set different settings like, oh, I want tea, I want coffee. It keeps these bad boys hot for an hour and a half.
Wow.
So this is a first world solution for a first world problem, but it's a game changer. I know you do the mornings. I mean, I'm not saying I should get you one, but someone should get you one.
Well, I guess if you do pick that up, you put that on your Christmas list, or you can gift that to everyone in the family, you'll be a hit. You can keep that drink. An hour and a half, is that possible? Apparently it is, because you're using it.
This has been in here for at least 45 minutes. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just saying, like, this is a game changer. So, $99, Ember Mug 2. This is their newest one. It's good.
Very cool. Great inside info, Brian. Appreciate you joining us. And for more tech tips and inside info, you can find Brian on YouTube at Brian Tong.